Welcome to Full Speed Racing. Today we're at Brands Hatch for the 2013 Mini Festival. Coming up in today's show, we have highlights from the Dunlop Mini7 Club and Mini Miglia Racing. Mini racing seems to be one of those things that once you start, you just keep coming back for more. Returning Mini7 driver Graham Davis tells us why.
I first raced originally Mini7 coming up to 29 years ago. I raced for about 8-9 years. I just came down to Brands Hatch, watched it, thought yes, let's have a bit of fun there. Very close racing, very competitive between people. People are very friendly in the club till you're out on the racetrack. Once you're on the racetrack, then it's every man for himself. I had a break last year, about 2 months before the start of the season. Paul Thompson contacted me and said, was I going to race again? And I said yes, and the car had been sitting in the trailer for a year. We got it all out, stripped it down to nothing, complete respray, a couple of new sponsors as you see on the car behind me, and came out for the first race at Donington and came third in the first race, so quite enjoyed it.
Well, it's time to get the racing underway here at Brands Hatch, and kicking us off, it's a Dunlop Mini7s Championship. Hoping to be in the hunt for the win, starting from pole position, it's Max Hunter.
Thanks, Charlie. Largest grid of the season assembled for the longest running one-make championship in UK motorsport. The Mini7s, always a fan favourite and very popular with the drivers too. This then how they line up with Max Hunter and Tristan Knight sharing the front row of the grid for Andrew Devaney and Ashley Davis. Row 3, Kieran McDonald and Damon Astin. Ian Devaney, 12th on the grid, very experienced driver, and Darren Thomas flew up the order yesterday to finish in 3rd. Let's see how he can do from the mid-pack. It's Kevin O'Shea who completes the 29-car field. So they get ready for this 18-lapper here around the Brands Hatch Indy circuit. The cars poised and ready for the off. Away we go. It's a good start from the second place man, Tristan Knight. Max Hunter a little bit bogged down. Also a rocket ship getaway from the midfield as we thought from Darren Torres, the bright green number 4 car. But it's Max Hunter who leads in to Paddock Hill Bend for the first time. Definitely slotting into 3rd position just behind the bright orange car of Tristan Knight as they head down through Paddock and then climb up Hellwood Hill towards Druids. And already Max Hunter beginning to build slight advantage, although how long that will last remains to be seen, because it's not impossible to build a race-winning margin in the Mini7s, although that's what Max Hunter's trying to do in these early stages. It's being helped a little bit by Tristan Knight to Andrew Devaney on his tail. Then Ashley Davis is next along as the pack all streak through Graham Hill Bend for the first time, sprint along the Cooper Straight into Surtees. Hunter still pulling clear of not less than 3 or 4 wide, and it was that man, Darren Thomas, who's on the move as we catch a glimpse of Justin Drury as he's pursued by Steve Baker in the midfield. Andrew Devaney winds up to the edge of the road, accelerates through Clark Curve on the Brands Straight through to complete the first lap of the race. A large crowd assembles here at Brands Hatch, enjoying the mini festival, enjoying the very, very close action that's always offered up by the Mini7s as Andrew Devaney looks to make the move, second place, and around the outside of Tristan Knight he goes, sliding the car through Paddock Hill Bend before climbing up to Druids in his pursuit of Max Hunter. Hunter has been a dominant force in the Mini7s over recent seasons, a very, very hard man to beat, also successful in the Fun Cup Championship as well. Down towards Graham Hill Bend, already you can see the slipstream effect coming to the fore as Andrew Devaney begins to reel in Max Hunter, because these Minis not the most aerodynamic of cars, and therefore they do punch a fairly big hole in the air, which the rivals can then follow in behind. Slightly on his own there in 4th at the moment. We've got Ashley Davis and the rest of the pack streaking through. Good battle shaping up just behind. That's Adam Smith and Neil Whiteman flying in formation as they chase down Ross Billison, the 49 car, trying to squeeze through. It's Adam Smith, he couldn't quite do it on Billison as Steve Baker and Justin Drury battle works its way towards the tail. That trails the leading trio all come together into Paddock Hill Bend, swooping down around the outside. Looking to try and do so is Gareth Hunt as he aims to gain a little bit of ground. That's Damon Astin in the bright pink car just ahead of him. And still looking for the move up the hill into Druids, and through he goes. Gareth Hunt takes the position away from Damon Astin, and they've both been caught by Darren Thomas. Thomas going superbly well in these early stages as Andrew Devaney, the number 2 car, has now wound himself onto the tail of Max Hunter. Further back we've got Julian Proctor looking to the outside. James Burrows is bumping and boring across the grass go Damon Astin and Darren Thomas. That will cost them a little bit of time still. Tim Drury doing battle with Steve Baker. Whiteman in the number 7 car, the Silver Machine's been shuffled back of that pack, and this is such a characteristic, of course, of Mini7 racing, is that positions are changed so much during the course of the race. It's the old adage, the last place you want to be going to the last lap of Mini7 races in first position. He's looking to pick his way up through the field as Kieran McDonald's. That's the white car with the British Racing green roof, all the while they are trying to close in on the number 4 car. Darren Thomas, who seems to have worked his way through that pack despite an off-track moment. 3 wheels, the order of the day, through Druids, and then down into the left-hander at Graham Hill Bend. And Smith trying to pick his way past Kieran McDonald, and that's going to give Liam Whiteman the run, and Whiteman carries too much momentum out of Graham Hill Bend, runs wide as pulling off the road, and out of the race is Ashley Davis, so problems for Ashley Davis, real shame for him. Speed departing proceedings so relatively early, bumps over the upper position, all the while though, by the way, Max Hunt and Andrew Devaney well clear at the head of the pack. This is the group fighting for places towards the bottom end of the top 10. We've then got the slight gap back to Justin Drury and Steve Baker, who have been side by side really for the majority of this race. So here come Hunter and Devaney down out of Druids and towards Graham Hill Bend. Still the pair of them. Great degree of separation between them. More battling to be found throughout the field. So we catch a glimpse of David Robinson, number 63. He has got Julian Affleck just behind him in the bright yellow Mini for company. They all climb up Halewood Hill into Druids. Affleck looking to the outside of Robinson and getting through with a degree of success as well as they try to chase down James Burrows, who's the car to head of that queue. He is in pursuit from Julian Proctor as well, so the 4 of them circulating a little bit lower down the field. But this, of course, the beauty of the Mini7s is that really wherever you look in the field there is always a battle to be found. It's usually involving a good healthy number of cars. So the quartet head through Clearways as the leading duo get ever closer to each other, plunging down in towards Graham Hill Bend, and Max Hunt having to drive a very wide car here to keep Andrew Devaney at bay. Accelerating then along the Cooper Straight, and again Hunter to the inside of the road. Devaney just following the slipstream, making Hunter do all the hard work here, because Andrew Devaney has been around Mini7s long enough to know that once he gets past Max Hunter, he's not likely to pull clear. Instead, what he might set about doing here is a dress rehearsal on Max Hunter, seeing if he can get his bonnet ahead by the time they reach the start and finish line, because that's all he needs on the last lap of the race to claim the victory, and that's what Devaney does here. He's forced the opening to the inside through Clearways along the Graham Straight, the pair of them head, and it's Devaney to the inside line, Hunter to the outside, flash across the line. Well, you couldn't call that. I think it was just Andrew Devaney who was leading at the line, and if it's that way at the end of the race, they were in for a real grandstand finish. The pair of them swoop down through Paddock Hill Bend and then climb up Halewood Hill, moving across, cover the line. Andrew Devaney, Max Hunter swarming all over his tail. Around Druids, a pair of them go, and then down towards left-hander Graham Hill Bend. Devaney kicks out the tail of the car. Hunter in pursuit. It's now his turn to take the fight back to Andrew Devaney. Still the battles continue throughout the field. Adam Smith, Kieran McDonald fighting with each other. No news there. Adam Smith also still emphatically part of that battle, as is Kevin Edgar. Around Graham Hill Bend, Liam Whiteman. Pursuit of Kieran McDonald, and Whiteman, number 7 car, may well go through here into Surtees as we pick up Adam Smith as we head then back to the leaders into the last stage of the race here. I think we've only got a couple more laps, and Max Hunter leads Andrew Devaney and goes through, elbows his way past, pushes Devaney out wide. Devaney sideways, Hunter sideways, and Andrew Devaney maintains the lead of the race. Very, very aggressive stuff that from Max Hunter. Arguably a little bit too aggressive, you might say, as Devaney slides wide at Druids. He's going to have the inside line though for Graham Hill Bend, and still Hunter trying to pick his way past Andrew Devaney. Then looks for the cutback out to Graham Hill Bend. He'll try and snatch the inside line for Surtees, and he is drawing alongside along the Cooper Straight, and Max Hunter is going to lead the race here into Surtees. Just Andrew Devaney gives him a mini's width, absolutely no more than that, and the pair of them, experienced exponents of Mini7 racing, very, very tight around Clearways, out of Clark Curve, onto Bramham Straight. Now is Andrew Devaney going to be able to squeeze his way back through as he uses the slipstream in pursuit of Max Hunter. We go into the last lap of the race. Andrew Devaney pulls out to the outside line into Paddock Hill Bend. Hunter holds his ground though to the inside. No way through there for Andrew Devaney. The pair of them slide through Paddock and then climb up Harewood Hill to be cut back to the fight for third, and very, very tight it is too between Tristan Knight and Darren Thomas, and Thomas looking every which way to elevate himself past Tristan Knight as they now arrive in tandem into Druids. Thomas, let's not forget, coming from very lowly grid position, 15th on the grid. He started the race, he's worked his way up to 4th. Will that be third? He thinks about jinking to the inside of Graham Hill Bend. Again, Tristan Knight squeezing Thomas as the pair of them then head along the coupe straight for the final time. It's Knight to the inside, Thomas to the outside. Who is going to find the way? Nothing doing there for Darren Thomas, but then he just holds his line around the outside, tries to squeeze through into clearways, cuts the inside again, and now he takes third position. Great stuff from Darren Thomas as Andrew Devaney pulls out of the slipstream, but can't pass Max Hunter. 78 thousandths of a second between the pair of them at the line, and Darren Thomas holds on to complete the podium. Let's have a look then, final results, with victory for Max Hunter. Second place Andrew Devaney, Thomas completes the podium, and Tristan Knight in 4th, and Darren Hunt completing the top 5. Smiles on the rostrum after another super race in the Mini7s.
Right from the start I knew I wasn't going to get an easy time of it, because I knew from yesterday Andrew was really quick and he'd won yesterday's race, so I knew I had my work cut out for the whole race. Yeah.
It's so close between me and Max. There's nothing in between, nothing in the cars, you know, absolutely coming down the straight there. It was just pure luck. You would like get a bit of a draft, but it's so difficult, yeah.
Some unbelievably close racing there from the Mini7s, but it doesn't finish there, because after the break we've got some more exciting on-track action from the Mini Miglias.